Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we are very, very happy to see you here today. We're working on the mock-up or tester version that I did for our block of the month between January and December, all of last year of 2018. And this was Pop's design using EQ8 software. And I just did like a little tester to make sure the block was going to come out all right before we did it for our major one. The one that I did as a solid, it had two solid colors, and it was a pink and a cream. And you'll probably see that eventually down the line, but I really wanted to quilt this one up first. So here's our 12 blocks. They ended up being 16 inches by 16 inches, and I tried to make them so they would match. And I like to just do a lot of fun ruler work on this project. So I've got the easiest one here, which we had just half square triangles, but it was a nice little pattern laid out. So how can we make that nice simple pattern really stand out and as being quilted, right? So that's what we got going on right here, and that's what I'm doing. So I'll just tell you, in the darker squares with my little wax pencil here, I just did a little couple dots where I wanted to come with my ruler. I got my ruler plate on. There you go, you can hear it. And I'm using Tabriz Orchard thread. It is a beautiful purple. Let me just grab the other one here, and so you can see it, because I'm not sure. I know, it just seemed to match everything, and I chose a really lovely light purple for the background here. So I'll just give you a little, so you can take a little looky-loo at that beautiful thread, and I think it would match the backing quite lovely. So that's the one I'm using to do this project up all the way, no matter where I have it going on. It just seemed to suit completely. So, and what I did beforehand, before even stitching in the blocks itself, I did some stitching in the ditching all the way, stitching in the ditching, stitching in the ditch all the way down on these three little areas here, and of course I base stitched on the outside to make sure it's nice and square as I go. Okay, so I'm going to move that off to the side, and what I want to do is I'm going to come from this point here, because you can see where I have come already, just to do just a simple point-to-point line, beautiful stuff. And I'm going to come all the way up here, and then I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to come back and go down here, and then I'm just going to do the same up here, but I'm kind of eyeballing where it's actually going to sit for that one. I didn't want to make a dark mark, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I figured I have these ones to kind of go by. I can't do really too much damage, can I? All right, let's continue here. And hopefully you participated in our block of the month. I know Pop had a very fun time putting it all together and learning the EQ8 software. I know he said he had a great time learning it, and now it's on to Munchkin, which he is designing this year's block of the month. And that part, if you would love to partake in that, which we would love for you to partake in that, it is the premiere tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We look forward to seeing you there, because we're going to be there in the chat to be able to chat with you about it. At the same time, it's being reviewed, or like being released, so it's pretty cool. Both Munchkin and I are very excited. Okay, and then just coming down back over to this point. Okay, and then from there, I know I want to go all the way up onto this part here. I'm just trying to accent these very, simple half square triangles. And you can really do that with your quilting. Okay, come right down to the corner. And then all the way up to the other side. And then over here. And then imagine, or make a dot, that's up to you. It was really light purple fabric here. It's actually the same fabric that's in this block. Here is actually the backing. And then back over to the corner. We've had quite a few participants in our block of the month, and we greatly, greatly appreciate your, you partaking in that. It's been a lot of fun. And I know Munchkin is very much looking forward to his debut, even though he's slightly terrified. But I think you kind of expect that, because he would be new to the camera. So. going to do this side right. Oh, I should actually finish off this purple one side here. Geez, silly. Come back up here. And then over to the other corner. And you can easily do the ruler work on your domestic machine as well. So don't feel like you have to be, you're restricted to, you know, it's only the long arm, and that's not it. But that was a little wobbly. I was trying to work it at the top there, and it wasn't quite fitting enough. In the whole scheme of things, it's not going to matter. Just have some fun. That is the main thing, is having some fun. And trying something new and learning and, you know, progressing beyond that. Okay, and then I want to come over and do the one right here in the center. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it. That looks goodish. All right, to the other side. Knowing where you want to go and how you want to proceed on getting there is really 90% of the battle of free ruler work, or even free motion quilting. You know, you want to put swirls in some place, and you want to put some zigzags, and you want to put some cross hatching, and you just got to plan it out. You may have this huge amount of negative space to deal with because you want to give yourself that opportunity to show some skills off and learn something new, and practice in some negative space and see where it takes you. I bet you'd be pleasantly surprised. And even if you're just making at first, because you're just practicing, you don't know what to do with your piece, you know, the doggy and the cat could definitely use a little placemat for their dish. So don't think it's going to go to waste. There we go, and then in no time at all, you got this beautiful little work of art going on, and you're just accenting each triangle. Like, this is just a triangle that I'm just trying to accent with a little bit of, you know, one point here, one point there, stitching from one corner to the next corner, and working your way in between. And in no time at all, you got your whole project done. And it looks neat because you've stitched it in a different way than the way you've quilted it, or not quilted it, but you know, when you've pieced it together, right? Okay. Line it up, go to the other corner. Jump in. You're never going to know until you jump in. Yeah, the water may be cold at first, but it'll warm up, and you'll get better. And then right out to the edge on the stitch line. Perfect. And that is every single one of these 9 squares. And then a little heat from the iron makes those little guys just disappear like magic. Boom. That was probably really loud for the microphone. I'm very sorry about that. I should think of these things. All right, so that, I'm going to pretty much putter away a little bit on this. I may save some more for next Wednesday because I really want to do and show some ruler work of what I got going on this quilt. This one's kind of a complicated block, and this one right here. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff on this one. So hopefully you watch all the videos. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing, and checking us out on Patreon. And we greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to stay tuned for tomorrow's video with Munchkin, the premiere for his block of the month, and our Saturday live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.